Hello everybody, this is Mia with Chalk with Mia. I am here tonight because I am, well, not just because, but I am doing a live tonight with one of our Be Humble and Kind transfers. So if this is the first time joining me, hello and welcome. I hope that you guys enjoy this and get kind of an experience with Chalk Couture if you've never seen Chalk Couture before. I'm just making sure if you're on, please say hi. I cannot see who has joined us with the program that I use. So I only know it through your emojis and your comments. So please say hello. But I'm going to be using our B transfer tonight. So I just thought this was a cute graphic. And just to let you guys know, I am looking for more people to join my team. There are some, hey Christy Lynn, there are some really, really cool things happening with Chalk Couture and some new product that is hitting tomorrow. So because I'm using the B transfer, I thought I would post this up while I was getting ready. Hey Michelle, so I hope you guys are ready for some fun and we can get started here. So let me get my cameras up and running and well, yay, hey everybody. Okay, so now I always have the hardest time with this. Okay, so now I tap this one twice and that one once, and here we go. There I am. I love this program, but it always, if I don't do it every day, sometimes it takes me a second to get settled back in on how to use it. So I was having a little bit of technical difficulties. Hi, Cindy. How are you all? Thank you for sharing so much with this Switcher Studio. I actually can't share my own videos unless I had another device here. So I appreciate you guys sharing. Sharing is caring. That's the best way that you guys could help my business actually, is by sharing. So anyways, we are going to, and I know I've done this transfer before and we have some new ones out. I'm kind of categorizing them and using them, and I have done a few of the new ones on the lives, but I really am I love this Be Humble and Kind, and bees are so popular right now. I love how Chalk Couture kind of stays on trend, and they actually came out with this one a while ago. But kind of stays on trend and what's happening. So just to let you guys know, just to start, I am using our Chalk Couture box surface. It is a one-time surface. This is not one that can be reused over unless I painted it or did something with it. It technically doesn't need to be waxed, but I like to wax all my surfaces unless it's a chalkboard surface from Chalk Couture, just to help keep the transfers in check. So this is what I use. Oops, sorry. I'm telling you guys, spatial skills. Okay, Dixie Belle Best Dang Wax. That's what I use to wax my surfaces. Hi, Cindy. How are you? I got two Cindys on. So we don't have any football fans on tonight. I figured maybe there were some people like me who, you know, I like watching the commercials and stuff, but I'm not huge into football. So you know what? I thought I'm just going to have my fun while my husband has his, and we, you know, can hang out together. So, so I appreciate you guys joining and sharing. Thank you so much. Let me know where you're watching from. I mean, I know some of you, but still, let me know where you're watching from. I always like to know where people are joining in from. And just put it in the comments. I would love to hear it. I am falling, I think, you know, I have a lot of fun surfaces that I love, but these box frames are slowly becoming some of my favorites, to be honest with you. I just love all the different things that you can do with it. And I just love the simplicity of it, to be honest with you. I love the brown frame with the white insert. It's just kind of classic and simple, which I love. So once I do that, now to be honest with you guys, when you wax a surface, the instructions are St. Louis. You know, Michelle, I almost moved there once when I was, I think, like in 6th or 7th grade. My dad was going to be transferred there, but we never ended up moving there. as you know. And so, I just like the simple brown with the white. I like a lot of our surfaces. Okay, so the waxing, sorry, that's what I was talking about, was the waxing. So with the waxing, instructions typically are to wax it, let it sit for 24 hours, and then that lets it cure and kind of do what it's going to do, and then put your transfers and use it. I'm just not that patient. I'm really not. I tend to wax right before I'm going to use it. So, and I haven't had any problems. That's how great our surfaces are. But still, I like to tell you guys what you should do, and then you can choose for yourself. So tonight, what I want to do is I saw this. I'm going to show this to you guys because I don't want to lie and say that I come up with a lot of these things on my own. A lot of times I'm inspired by things I see, and I'll do a version of it. Sometimes I do the exact thing that I see, and if it's with another chalk couture designer, I certainly try to give them credit that that was, you know, that I'm copying, or that it was my inspiration. But tonight I am going to be doing, oops, okay, can you guys see this? Be happy, be kind, be humble. Now our bee transfer is a little bit different than that, but so different. But I just loved the message, and I thought that we could do it on this box transfer, and it would be fantastic. Very simple, easy peasy. So we have our bee, okay? So we have our bee transfer, okay? And then with that bee transfer comes the words humble and kind, okay? So now I'm stuck with, oh gosh, what do I do for the word happy? Well, it just so happens that I bought the happy birthday transfer, and see that? See the happy? It is not the exact same font, but it is very similar. Very, very similar. So I am going to use that. Let me see if I can, would this work? Let's see. Okay. So if you guys, again, if you're watching and this is your first time watching, then please certainly type in the words VIP, and you can join my VIP group. And now it's for non-designers, because you designers get all the good stuff anyways. You don't need to see what I got going on in there. And so please do that, and that way that will get you the goods and the all the details. As we find out, you get the first dibs on stuff often. You get tips and tricks and discounts and that sort of a thing. And as I mentioned earlier, I am looking for people, you know, some good business-minded people who want to make this a business and join my team, you know, do all of that. So please contact me if you are interested in any of that. I happen to have 2 of these be humble, be kind transfers. And so I am using them tonight. So both of them, one of them is a little bit older, to be honest with you. I had a friend who was a designer. She wasn't on my team or anything, but we just happened to be in the local area together, and she got out of it because she's a boutique owner and she wanted to get back into other things. And so, I bought a lot of her books off of her. And so I have some duplicates, which is great for situations like this, but this poor little bee has been used several times. So he's got some experience. All right, so what we want to do is when we lay down our transfer, we want to try to get those air bubbles out. And my wax, I may have put on a little bit too much wax. So what I do, here's a little trick. What I do when I have situations where the transfer is rolling up on me like that, I take some painter's tape and use it on the edges, okay? Because it doesn't mean that the transfer is bad. It just means that some of that stickiness is starting to go away. And there's several different ways that you can deal with that. This is just the way I deal with it. It's simple and easy, and the painter's tape won't pull up that surface. I actually have painter's tape sitting next to me, stuck to the side of my table. And so, yeah, so I have it ready to go. This is how frugal I am. I have rolls of painter's tape, but I tend to use the same pieces over and over again. Okay, so I'm just doing that just so I can get it so it's not going to roll up on me. And I'm going to use a couple of different techniques tonight. I'm kind of excited. So for these, because I want each bee to be a little bit different, so I'm going to do this one sideways, this one this way, this one this way. And I'm going to use, I've been affectionately calling it the kindergarten technique recently. But what I'm going to do is use the colors of a bee, right? Yellow and black. And I am going to put them in distinct areas, but really kind of blend the colors together. It's a blending technique, really. But this is what I love about Chalk Couture is there's so many different options and ways that we can do things. And this is where, if you are not a creative type, you just want beautiful things and you want it for, you know, and you want to help other people make beautiful things and kind of want to do the DIY thing. This is an easy DIY way of making beautiful pieces of art for less than what you're going to pay in the box stores, okay, or in the big stores. And the transfers automatically make it beautiful for you. You don't have to do these techniques that I do. I've just been doing this since September of 2017, so I've had a few extra chances to try these things out than some of you who may not have done it before. So certainly you can use one color, multiple colors, whatever floats your boat, okay? But I do have a lot of my Chalk Couture sisters on here tonight with me, which I'm so excited. That's the other thing. I'm telling you guys, it's amazing how supportive we are of each other. Yes, we are in direct sales, and yes, we are somewhat in competition with each other, but we all support each other, which I love. I love it. I have met some really beautiful people through Chalk Couture. Okay, so, all right, what I'm doing is I am just mixing up my paste. Now, this is the black. I don't know how easy it is to see, but I know that my paste is ready when I can do those little, like, toppings that you get on a meringue pie, you know, and you then burn the toppings for the, or not burn, but you torch the toppings to get that nice crisp, hey Jacqueline, nice crisp top on it. That's how I know. Now you'll get the feel for what you want when you're doing it. Some designers like it a little bit more fluid than others. I like mine kind of like a marshmallow fluff consistency or cake icing consistency. You do not want it the consistency of an acrylic paint. That's too runny. It's going to then bleed on you a little bit. And you don't want that to happen because the beautiful thing behind our transfers is that there's a screen mesh in there. So here, I'll show you guys. So see this screen mesh area? See, I can't push my finger through. That means, yes, Jacqueline, we do help each other grow, don't we? It's kind of amazing. So the screen mesh kind of helps it so that you don't have bleeding and you don't have that run out that you have with traditional stencils. That's the beautiful thing about it. So you don't want that to happen, and really there's only two ways that happens. You have air bubbles in your transfer that are allowing a gap of air to go. That's why we want to stick this as much as we can and pull out those air bubbles. Or your paste is too runny. That's about it. Not too hard, but that's honestly about it. So what I'm going to do here is, hold on one thing. I always try to put also so people who join us throughout know what the heck they're joining. I always try to put a Chalk Couture logo somewhere. And I used to have a really huge round Chalk Couture logo. And I don't know what happened to it. Oh, you know what I can do? This is what I can do. Can you guys see this? There we go. Chalk Couture. Can you read that? I don't know. Maybe not. Hopefully. I hope so. I was going to say, I don't think I have anything else. Or other ones. I ran out of my other one. Okay. So, those are the only two ways that it's really going to bleed on you. Okay. But here's the other great thing. If you are using a surface that is reusable, and 95% of the surfaces that are out there are, I would say this one is not, and we tell you that from the beginning. So you know that when you're dealing with this box frame, okay? But if you're dealing with glass, chalkboard, wood, whatever, most of the time it can be wiped off. So if it does bleed for whatever reason, you just take some water and disinfectant wipe or something water-based or wet, and it will come right off, because our chalk paste is water soluble. It is made with chalk. So it will dry kind of quickly on you too, but which is nice, because then you don't have to wait forever for your project to dry and kind of see what you got going on. Okay, so what I do for this technique, and these are some of our new mini squeegees that are coming out tomorrow. I got some early, not because I'm awesome or anything, but just because I went to leadership, but to give you guys a size. This is so awesome. I am super excited about these mini squeegees. Okay, so when I'm thinking about a bee, I'm thinking up here is black, around the edges are black, but there's some gold in here, right? Like, and if I look, here's my inspiration, right? They actually even did it where, and they've done it different ways, you can see, but they've even used a little bit of light blue on the wings. Ooh, maybe I'll do that with one of the other ones. That would be kind of cool. I do have a very, like a periwinkle almost blue. I hadn't thought about that. Oh, we can use cream too. Although cream, because of the cream background, won't show up as well as the other areas. Okay, here is like a very, this one's Ocean Mist. Oh, I might add that. Oh, it hasn't even been opened yet. Look at that. How does that happen? Okay, this one has Coastal Blue. Very similar, a little bit more gray than blue. I'll open that one later. So another trick for you designers out there, this is something that I do. I write the date, and I'm going to start writing 2 dates actually, but this is the date in which I received my paste. Okay, and I write it on the bottom of the container. The second one I'm going to start writing is the date in which I open it, because our pastes last, once you open it, it lasts for 6 months. Okay, and believe it or not, you're sitting there and you're probably looking at this going, this is a 3-ounce container. That paste is going to go quick. People, I have paste, look at this. This is a 2-ounce container. They stopped selling these in last summer. Okay, and I still have some. So these pastes last quite a while. So once you open it, it's 6 months, but it's 12 months if you don't open it. Okay, so that's why a lot of times if you do a class with us or we're out there and we're going, don't open the new ones, keep the, you know, keep them closed until we need to open it, because they will start to expire just like anything. So that's always good to know. Okay, all right, so let's get chalking. Are you guys excited? I'm excited. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I am going to take the yellow. Now, when you do this technique, you are not going to put the excess back in the containers like we typically do, because you're blending colors and you don't want to contaminate your containers, meaning put multiple colors in one container. It's just not good. You know, you'll never get that one color back. Let me get that yellow off. Okay. And then we have a little, I'm going to add a little bit of this blue. See, this is why inspiration pieces are fun sometimes, because you just never know what you're going to run into. Okay, now there's a couple of different ways I can do this. I can wet my finger and run it around like a finger painting, or I can take my squeegee and literally I just rub it back and forth. And you can see I get this hodgepodge of colors and this big old mess of colors, which is kind of fun, and I pull off all the excess. And the one thing when I do this, I can kind of see where some of the colors are going, okay? And there might be more color in one area than I want. Kind of like that yellow looks like it's gonna be a blotchy section. So what I do is I take my yellow and I'll add just a little bit more, because I want a little bit more of that. And this is where the fun kindergarten part comes in the finger painting. I wet my finger, and you don't want to wet it too much, because again, you don't want your paste to be liquidy. You don't want it to be too liquidy, okay? All right, guys, so I know. Now, also, if you are, hi, Sherry. Hi, Thelma, how are you? Okay, so if you are very OCD, This might be a hard technique for you because you cannot guess and you cannot plan what this is going to look like. Oh my gosh, but look at that. Is he not the cutest? Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm going to hold it up close so that you guys can see it, but let me just, I want to get my transfer in the water because I'm going to clean that transfer again because that bee I liked, but look at this. Can you guys, oops, can you guys see? See how there's hints of yellow and black? The blue I didn't do a whole lot of, so it didn't really come through a whole lot. I'll be a little bit more specific. But as you guys can see, because of the wings, it's really not filling in the wings like my inspiration did. So that's why the blue isn't coming through as much, but I love it. I just think that is fantastic. So cute. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna clean this transfer really quick and you guys can see how I do that. So I just put it in the water really quick because I didn't want, I did not want it to dry. Sherry, how did y'all's expo go? Hey, Andrea, how are you? Oh my gosh, girl. I feel like it's been forever since I talked to you. But Sherry, how did y'all's expo go? Is it still going or what? I saw that y'all got some new team members and it looked like you guys were just having a blast. I'm so excited for you guys. Okay, so this is just a plain old disinfectant wipe, okay? I think it's like the generic version from Sam's Club. You can use whatever you want. I would recommend not using a baby wipe though, because it's got, what does it have in it? The lotion in it and stuff that may cause different reactions. So I would not do that. Oh, and you know what? I forgot to tell, hey Dylan, I'm on a live. I'm so sorry, but I didn't tell you. Okay, no worries. Okay. For you guys who don't know, my son, oh, Cindy, yeah, thanks for the picture of the bee. It's kind of helpful, actually. So my son, for you guys, if you've never watched one of my lives before, he is my moderator, and he has seen me do this so many times that he actually is quite good at answering questions. And he's funny, and he's cute, and he's 11. And so I always like to tell him when I'm going live, so in case he wants to moderate, he can. So sometimes if you see answers happening while I'm live, and you're like, wow, how is she doing that? It's because my son's doing it, and he's just awesome. I just love him. So again, if you guys have, if this is the first time that you are joining my my lives, or if this is the first time you've ever seen me do this, then please type the words VIP to join my VIP group. And that's where you can get tips and tricks and discounts and different things to join. So I do that real quick while I'm prepping my surface. And let's see here. Let me get that off. Oopsie. And okay. So how do I get that one off? I am learning this thing, guys. I know, simple pleasures for simple minds. I get so excited about little things that I can do. Okay, so now I've got that bee. I'm gonna put this bee, and you know what? I should have probably measured just a little bit. I'm not an over measurer. That's really a word. But I do like it to be somewhat, you know what? Maybe what I'll do is I'll do this bee next. And I need his wing to be somewhere around there. I do want it to be somewhat. I don't want the second and third bee to be way over here and have all this open space. So it doesn't have to be exact, but I do like it to be kind of, you know, kind of close. Similar, right? I mean, art is art, but I often sell this art, and so I want it to be something that other people will enjoy and want to buy. And I appreciate you guys sharing again. Thank you so much. That's so kind of you guys. Okay, so I've got this guy down. And let me see if I'm somewhat, if their bums are somewhat close here. If I do this, yep, pretty darn good. And then about 1.5 inches. About that. Okay, we're good. We're gonna call it good. Okay. Jacqueline, you're right. I am using the word bee a lot. I think it's just on my brain. I was looking at this catalog and came across this entire page of bee things, and I just was loving it. And I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, I know I've done this transfer, and I know people have seen it, but you know, they're so in right now. And not that I always want to do what's in, but I love this one. I totally agree with this one being in because it is so cool. All right, this one I'm going to be a little bit more specific about the areas, okay? Meaning I want it to be a little bit more golden in the middle, and then the trim of his body and his head and stuff can all be black. And I'll add a little bit of the black and the gold to his wings, just because I don't think that blue is going to be bold enough to carry that. Okay, let me get that cleaned off so I don't contaminate the black. All right. So are none of you guys Super Bowl people either? All right, now for this, I was going to put my DNA on it, but you know what? I'm going to just pull because I do want the colors to blend a little bit, but I want, like I said, I want them to be a little bit more distinct in areas than others. And I'm intentionally not pulling that black through that yellow because it will dominate that area. As you know, black is a very bold color. And so let's pull this up. I did get a little bit of that blue in there. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh my gosh. All right. I'm going to hold this up so that you guys can see. Look at this bee. Isn't he cute? Okay, so see the difference. See, this one, I went a little bit more gold in the middle, intentionally, to this bee, where I kind of blended it all together, and there's like little highlights of gold in there. So you guys see the difference? Which is what I want. I don't want all 3 bees to be exactly similar. So that's intentional. I love that. Okay. It's just going to be a second. Sorry. Now you got me going, Jacqueline. While I clean this transfer to get it ready. This one's just sticking a little bit better than the other one. And so I'm using this one. And that's the other thing is our transfers, corporate says we can use them, you know, 10 to 12 times before they, thanks Cindy, before they are used up, okay? I will tell you there are, and some of the ladies on here might be able to tell you, I have used some transfers 15, 20. Be careful. Exactly. 15 to 20 times. If you take care of your product, if you take care of your transfers and treat them the way that you're supposed to and clean them and that sort of a thing, then you're going to get a lot of uses out of them. And it also depends on the size of the transfer and how much screen mesh is in there. But for the most part, you're going to get a lot of use out of your transfers. Okay, so now let me just, and what I'm going to do is I am going to measure, if I put him here, I want to measure, I know that's covering up my wing a little bit, but I'm just doing it to hold down the tape. Okay, so I'm going to do this from the underside of this wing, about 2 inches. And the underside of this wing, man, my eyeballing techniques have been good tonight, if I might say so myself. All right, so again, I'm just using the painter's tape just to give me a little extra help with keeping the transfer down. Typically, you don't have to do that, just letting you guys know. You guys are cracking me up. I love it. Oh. Okay, so you typically don't have to do that. I'm just doing it because I have used this transfer a lot. And so some of the stickiness is starting to come off the back, and that's okay. I'm just extending its life by giving me some assistance. There's also adhesive spray you can use. I've used this, but to be honest, you have to use it very sparingly and very lightly. Spray it on the back of your transfer because it will gunk up and it will give, you know, something on there. Hey Brenda, I love Switcher. The only thing, this is the only thing I don't like about Switcher, is that I cannot share my videos unless I have my live up on another device, you know, like a secondary phone or something. Other than that, love it. I love it because you know, and I put a poll out on my, little digression, I put a poll out on my Chalk Couture, Chalk with Mia, asking people, do you prefer to see the person? Do you prefer just to see the craft? Are you okay with just seeing the craft? And because to me personally, I actually kind of like to see the person because I connect with people. And I like to see the personality and, you know, and all that stuff. So for me, that's what I like. But if my people are not okay with that, then, you know, that's okay. So, and it was kind of split. So I said, you know what, because it's split, I'm going to invest in the Switcher Studio. And so I did. And it's awesome. I love it. So, Jacqueline, you love what? You want to learn how to do what? The adhesive spray? I can show you. It's not that hard. It does help. And there's another product out there that I want to use. I think actually Brenda Renier's mom put it out there. There's, a roller, I think, which I think would work a lot better because the adhesive spray, it's a removable one. It's repositionable, so it's not permanent. But it does sometimes leave a little bit of gunk if you're a little too heavy with it. And with a spray, it's harder to manage how much comes out of it. So, oh, Switcher. Oh. I should have waited for you to answer. Yes, so Switcher is, you can get a free trial. Okay, and I think if you tell them you're with Chalk Couture, you can get a 30-day trial versus a 15-day trial. And you just need 2 devices. What I love about it is I use my iPhone, which is up here pointing down to the project, and then my iPad is what's facing me. And so it's really nice, but once the trial's up, it is a subscription. I have tried other programs that are free, but you have to have a PC or an iPad or something that has a capacity to run it through, whereas this is just all done on the Wi-Fi, and it's so much easier. I did not have much luck with the free programs without investing in high processing computers and that sort of thing. So for me, the price was a good investment. But it's called Switcher Studio. It's got an orange logo that's like an intertwined thing. But it's awesome, and the people there are super nice and very helpful. Okay, so now what I think I want to do is I'll do something similar. I'll do the yellow here, but I'm going to add a little bit of yellow in his head and on the wings. Okay, because I want to go a little bit more yellow. Since I've done really yellow, a little bit of yellow, I'm going to do medium yellow on this middle part. Just to give it a little flavor. Okay, I don't have any yellow on that. Just wanted to make sure because I did. And now I've got all the colors on my blue, but I'm not going to use that again right now, so I can do that. All right. Now I'm going to pull these and swish them all around. And it's just real easy. I mean, there's no, you know, I don't have to worry about coloring in the lines. I don't have to worry about, you know, too much with this because the products just kind of make it a beautiful piece of art for you. Okay. All right, I'm just cleaning up that squeegee. All right, pulling up my painter's tape. And yes, I will save them. I just put them because they're easily accessible and I don't have to pull them off the roll. And okay, you guys can joke me about that later if you want. I'm okay with that. All right, and so now, oh, he's awesome. I like this because, oops, I got a little bit of black there. the tips of his wings are blue. Okay, let me see if I can get, apparently oh, there we go. Dabbed the black just a little bit. Apparently there's little black flecks that have, okay, so let me show you guys the middle guy. Look at him. I don't know if I can get close enough where you can see. See the blue tips? Is that not amazing? Look. Ah! Okay, so 1, 2, 3. All the bees. I love it. Okay, let me. All right. I'm just getting that little piece up. Let me find a clean area of my cloth, because if not, then I'll completely just transpose what's on my cloth on this white surface. Okay. There we go. All right, so now to add the words. And I'm just gonna be very simple. I'm gonna add them in black, okay? Because I don't wanna distract from the color of the bee. I just think that it's just nice. And again, I just like clean and simple sometimes. It's just classic and pretty, and you know, there's times for bold and beautiful colors, and then there's times just for a classic piece of home decor. And that's what I want with this. So I'm going to cover up. Now, before I cover up my paste, just to let you guys know, I put 2 squirts of water in there because the water kind of helps maintain it and not let it dry out. So I do that. Put that cream back. And then this one, which was, what did we say this was? Coastal Blue, which was the accent I did. So Coastal Blue is now getting put up. And so now we're going to do the humble kind, and we don't need to do the word bee because we've got our bees there, right? All right, so now I'm going to do the word humble, and I want to do it, so I use up some of this space down here. And this I am going to have to be somewhat careful on because I don't, this is a one-time use board. So, which means it's going to be permanent. So I don't want to do and, right? So I'm going to have to be very careful when I go through here. Now there's a couple of different ways I can do that. Again, I can use, which I'm probably going to do, I can use my painter's tape and cover that up. Smarter, not harder, Mia. And so this way, when I go to do it, I'm not going to accidentally run into an area I shouldn't be, you know, doing. So does everybody see that? Does that make sense? Okay, just a little tip. And let me, I want to get the bottom part of that U. Okay, so I think 3 and 2, I think that's about centered. It looks, what do you guys think? Does that look centered just about? I think so. Okay, so again, I've used this transfer oodles and oodles of times, and so it's losing a little bit of its stickiness on me, but that's okay. All right, so now I'm going to stir up my black a little bit because it has been sitting here, so I'm going to add a little bit of water and stir. Just to get some of that fluidness of it back. Okay, and with this, make sure I get any air bubbles out. With this, it's just like your butter and bread. You just literally put it right on, make sure I'm not getting anything down here, right on, and you drag it, and you can go up and down, side to side, both, whatever works for you. Okay, and you just cover it. Ooh, I got really close to that bottom down there. Maybe I need to put some painter's tape down there on the next one. And then I'm scraping off the excess and putting it right back in my container. So remember earlier I was like, man, you guys are thinking 6 months is a long time, and there's, you know, you definitely go through that container in 6 months. That's not true. Some of the colors that you don't use on an everyday basis, I guarantee you could still have a container in 6 months. Some of those, you know, non-primary colors that you use. So depends on also how much you chalk. Okay, I'm pulling it up carefully. Oh my gosh, you guys, what do you think? Do you guys like it? Length. Measure the length of the words. Oh, sorry. I saw that afterwards. Painter's tape. Kind is a shorter word. Measure the length of the words. Length, length. Oh, you know what I should have? Be happy, be kind, be humble. Okay, so Happy. So I'll put happy down here and kind in the middle. I should have put humble in the middle and then, yeah. See, Jacqueline girl, this is why we should do this together because you're, got to have brains behind this somehow. I just go and do it. And if this was on a chalkboard surface, I could erase that and move it. But because this is a permanent surface, I don't want to do that. I probably could, to be honest with you, but I don't want to because black is a very strong pigment and it could stain. I have done it before and it could stain that white backing. And I just don't want to do that. So, okay. So now for the word happy, I'll do, what did I say I was going to do? Happy down here? Is that what I said? H-A-P-P-Y. H-A-P-P-Y. So it's just one letter short. Okay. And then kind is two letter shorts. Okay. So with this one, this is the only thing I always, that's a little bit harder. This is a huge transfer. And I could cut it, but the word is very close to the word birthday. There's a swirly in birthday. So I don't want to cut it because then I wouldn't ever, there's no place to cut it to make it better. So what I'm going to do is I'm keeping it on its backing. Oh, Jacqueline, that's okay. I got a spare bedroom. Okay, so I'm keeping it on its backing for the majority of the transfer, so that way it just doesn't stick to itself or cause any problems or anything like that. So now, see, this has the same swirlies as the other words did. That's why I chose this transfer. Okay, let me pull this. Now, here's the trick, is I gotta figure out how, to make sure my spacing is very similar. And I don't think it is. I think I need to pull it over some because I'm looking at the wing and the H over there is almost underneath the wing. And then a little bit of a finger, a little bit. Okay, so that height is about good. So this one's going to be, oh, nope, I need to pull it up because those P's are going to, okay. So yes, this one's a little bit trickier. Okay. But we're going to do it. Hi, Leanne, how are you? Thank you for joining. Okay, guys, so I'm going to put a little bit of painter's tape underneath this, underneath the Y here, because I don't want to accidentally do that. And a little bit right here, and a little bit in the middle. Oops, I need even, oh, little pieces of tape. This is where your painter's tape will be your best friend, or some type of cover up. A lot of times people will use the backing. If I had another piece, I could use the shiny side of the backing. Don't go into the swirls. I know. Kind of crazy, huh? Okay, I think, let's see. How much is the word? Now that I've painted everything up, 1.5 inches. Ooh. Well, I still think it's going to have to be like this because kind is going to take up some space. All right, girls. Fingers crossed. I am good. It's been a nice weekend. I spent some times with some girlfriends yesterday. 2 women, actually. I'm getting ready to go into a boutique with. And so that was fun. And then today my son and my husband and I and my son's friend went to the Children's Museum in Portsmouth and took them there to have a little bit of fun. And so that was good. And now I'm crafting. I mean, hello. It's like a great weekend. Okay. So we're all in now, ladies. Sometimes you just got to pull the Band-Aid off, right? Gotta do it. And you know what? Actually, that's the way, you know, I do like things to look like they've been professionally done, right? But I also want it to give it that homemade look sometimes. I don't want it to look like it came out of a box store or that it was something that they took one out of 20 that were available on the shelf off, right? So when there are little glitches or little things, I actually don't mind that so much. And, you know, for the most part, what I've seen is my customers don't either. And most of the time, they don't even see those glitches because I'm hyper aware of them, but they are not. Because they just see something beautiful. Oh, I like it. What do you guys think? Look. So cool. I have a little bit of overbleed here, but you know what? I can fix that later. Once it dries, I can actually just take my stir stick and push up on it and it'll get rid of those. And I'll show you guys that in a second. I'm going to just take, now these little pieces I'll throw away because I can't keep those little ones. And then let me clean this really quick because I don't want to have to clean the entire transfer. I just want to clean this little section. That way I can just put it right back up because it will take me 30 seconds to clean this. So what do you guys think? Do you like it? Oh, Cindy, thank you. Go for it. We just, you know, just got to go for it. So Cindy is another person I met through Chalk Couture, and we really got to know each other at Leadership, which I'm so happy about. And we had a great time. And we are all, well, not all, I shouldn't say that. A handful of us are getting ready to go to Vegas for, it's actually a craft, it's a mini convention for our team. Because we learned so much stuff at Leadership, we kind of want to convey that to our team members and let them have the opportunity, if they didn't, you know, make the rank to go to Leadership this year, give them all the information that we got more on a one-on-one than, you know, in postings and Facebook groups, which are fine too, but, you know, and it's Vegas. I agree, Leanne, they do make them more unique. And like I said, most of the time my customers, you know, I might fret over it, and I've just kind of learned to let that stuff go. Yes, not meaning that I don't take care in what I do, because I do. I take a lot of care in what I do, but those little tiny things that drive me crazy, most of the time my customers don't even notice, or they'll be like, oh, I love it. You know, it's fine. So I think that that worked well. That Happy is a little bit bigger than the Humble, but it was a different transfer, but I like the way it had the swirlies like the other one did. Okay, so be humble, be kind, be happy. I love that. I'm so glad I ran across that in that catalog. It's so cute. Okay, so this one I'm not going to measure underneath the bee. I mean, I want to try to center it under the bee, but I really want to make sure that it's spaced evenly in between the letters. So that's 1.5 inches there, and that's almost 1.5 inches there. So I can actually move this over slightly. Okay. And then I want to make sure, see those P's, so let me see here. That's about 1/4 inch or so. Okay. So I think we're good right about there. Okay. And we have tape that we yeah, yes, Cindy, we do. Oh my gosh. It's so funny because I come back from those things and people will be like, didn't you just take a vacation? Because I need like a vacation from that, because we literally don't sleep a lot of times when we go to these things because we're just so excited to see each other, and we hang out, or we hang out late, or whatever it is, or we're just so busy throughout the day and talking and having a good time that it makes it a lot of fun. Okay, so I am again going to cover and with painter's tape because I don't want to accidentally swipe that area. Okay, that piece just doesn't want to cover everything I need it to cover. Oh, there we go. Oh, perfect. Okay. All right. And kind. I think that's good. Okay. I think we're good, people. All right. Again, if you are joining me for the first time, please say hi, or say hi regardless, but let me know. If you don't like commenting on lives, that's okay. You can send me a private message, but also if you type the letters VIP in the comment stream, that will send you an instant message with the link to my VIP group where I do tips and tricks and discounts and that sort of a thing. If you are interested in joining Chalk Couture, because I am looking for some people to join my team, just type the word join and that will also send you a message, and we can have a discussion, have a conversation. To be honest with you, I'm a pretty laid back person. I will do absolutely everything in my power to help you build your business. But I'm not pushy or overbearing, at least I don't think. I don't know. That's my perception of myself. But anyways, I am looking for some more people to join my team who want to be business builders and, you know, have fun and do something they love. I should have put painter's tape up here. That was close. Do any of you guys hold your breath when you're doing this? I think I asked that the other night. I totally do. Sometimes when I'm in these like little tight areas, I'll hold my breath. Okay. And now I'm just pulling off that excess. Putting it back in the container. That's what I say too, when you put it on, I'm a bot diva. Hi Sherry, how are you? Sherry is new on my team. She just joined the other day. Okay, let's pull this off. But you really don't care about how much you have on your squeegee before you start, because you're gonna pull all that excess off. Oh my goodness. What do you guys think? I have to say, I'm in love with this. Oh my gosh. And I'll do a training on that bot, Cindy, so you can all be bot divas. How about that? Okay, so this little area over here, I don't know if you guys can see. Let's see where it kind of just pulled down a little bit on the Y and on the P, okay? I am going to take this stir stick, because it's plastic and it's sturdy, okay? I literally, because this is a permanent surface, just push up on it and it goes away. And I just push it into whatever is going on. And I'll show this up close to you guys so you guys can see. Oh my gosh, I'm loving these bees. All right, are there any other areas? There's one here on the D. Now this isn't necessarily dry yet, but I think that's just about it. I don't, okay. So you guys can see now, see how it kind of fixed it a little bit? And that little piece is just hanging out. Okay, guys, look. Oop. Be humble, be kind, be happy. I love that. What do you guys think? Oh, hey, Marcy. Yes, Cindy, yes, I'll do a training. It's super simple. It's actually, once you get in there and you kind of learn it a little bit, I shouldn't say it's completely user mindless simple, but almost. It is really easy, and it's nice because it lets you be very responsive to people. So, again, this has been Mia with Chalk with Mia. And hold on, let me see if I can do this. Oh, there we go. Ah, isn't this funny? It would be so sweet if you joined my team. So you guys, please contact me if you are interested, or if you just have any questions. I'm pretty much, I'm pretty open, and I will tell you guys, everything that I know and I can share. And it's just one of those things that, oops, sorry, I'm messing with my graphics here. Oh, of course. There we go. I will answer anything that I can. Yes, mindless works. Oh, thanks, guys. You're so sweet. I appreciate it. Hey, Donna. I pretty much am done. Sorry. You'll have to watch the replay. But please contact me if you guys are interested. Or if you have any questions about Chalk Couture, I would be happy to talk to you about it. It is something that I love doing. Even though it's a business for me, I don't really consider it work too much. Just because it is something that I got into because I love crafting. And it kind of stumbled me into a business, and I'm okay with that. I'm excited about that. So, anywho, I do hope that, oh, see, okay, so we'll put this back. So I do hope that I can help you guys in any way that I can, but I appreciate you guys joining me tonight, and I will talk to you soon. Okay, guys, have a great night.